What's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for being here. It's been a while since we were live on the channel. I also do our New York Knicks channel as well, and the month of May was a lot of Knicks playoff games, so I didn't get to do as many Giants weekly lives as I would have liked. And unfortunately, since the Knicks season is over, on the bright side, that means we get to do weekly live shows again. So every week until the regular season comes, and pretty much every week until May of next year, if the Knicks make another playoff run, we're going to be live on this channel breaking down all of the news and rumors. And we're looking at most likely Tuesday as the day. The reason we didn't do it this week on Tuesday is because Tom Thibodeau got fired and I had to do more Knicks content then. During the regular season, I think we're going to run it back on Mondays. I like doing the Monday lives after the game day. That way we could chop it up and talk about everything. But we're live here on a Wednesday. And we got some interesting stuff to talk about. We'll talk a little bit about OTAs. We'll talk about some players that I think the New York Giants could look to maybe extend their contract prior to the season starting. And then a segment that I'm excited about, players that I think will have the biggest swing factor for the New York Giants in the 2025 season. So we're going to break all that down on today's show, but shout out to y'all. Already 150 people in the chat. Let's get the comment section going. I saw my guy, that guy, a.k.a. TD Gaiman, in the building. What up, my man? If you love the Giants and you're glad we're back live here on the channel, give me a real one down below. Shout out to everybody. My man Sam Boots Winiseki says laggy. Are we lagging? Are we laggy? It says we got excellent connection. I don't know. Casman Johnson, what up? Shane Tompkins, what up? Troll in the building, what up? Drips in the building, what up? Ty Man the Buckeye in the building. That guy, TD Gaming in the building. An absolute legend. What up, my man? Big Smooth, what up? Rival says a little bit laggy. I don't know. We'll look into that. Ty Man the Buckeye, Rob Jigga, what up, Rob Jigga? Hunter Cook, Tiger Metal Stack, Nick Jones, Trippy Gaming, Big Smooth, Tino, The High Buy, Dr. Pancake, what up? He says Dart for president. I'm in. Drips 11, what's happening? Let's go. Edison, M.80. All of the real ones in the building. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We got producer Smitty back in the building today. Let's talk some Giants football, man.
First time, long time. It's like you said, it's been hoop season the entire way late in this spring, and I've been out of the loop, man. Apparently, Dart's getting first team reps
for Dart.
Unprecedented OTA reps for the rookie QB.
Daboll's never done that with the Giants.
And I'm ready to chop it back up with the faithful here, man. Big Blue. Ready to rock and roll, man. Now my sights are set on football season, so I'm ready to lock in.
When you say the mic is lagging, what exactly do you mean by that? I guess I should probably just pull up the stream on my phone.
I hear you all loud and clear through my good old headset here. Levels look fine on the computer.
Ty Man says, yeah, it's a little laggy. What does that even mean?
Sounds good to me.
Audio is a little choppy.
Does it sound choppy?
It says breaking in and out. I don't know. It looked pretty good to me when I just listened.
Yeah. Oh, man. So M.80 said had to close the app. Now it's fine. Audio coming in and out.
Audio is a little choppy. Breaking in and out. All right, we're gonna get the Chat Sports tech team on it. Appreciate everybody. People are saying they're capping. I don't know. The people in the chat that were saying it, I don't think they would, but maybe you guys are just being weird about it. I don't know. The Big Smooth says, yeah, it's breaking in and out. That's weird. Audio is going in and out. Okay. It was laggy in the beginning, but you've been good since then. Awesome. Make sure, I would say just refresh the chat. Outside of that, I don't know. My man Cody Mock says it's fine for me. Cody Mock says it's fine. It's fine. Marsha's #1 fan says they're capping. Then they're capping. Sean Hayes says, yo, you know who this is. All right, the tech team has tuned in, and they said that it looks good. My man TD Gaming. Let's go, Giants. Shout out to my man, that guy. $10 super chat. We appreciate you, my man. You have been killing it all off season long. Trust me, that stuff doesn't go unnoticed. When you got your bosses and your COOs and your CEOs telling me to tell you thank you, that means a lot to us. So we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
You are that guy. Shout out to TD Gaming. If you haven't yet, we got 200 people in the building, only 60 likes. Got to get those numbers up before we get into all the segments that we have on tap on today's live stream. So if you could, please go down below and tap the thumbs up button and like today's stream. So YouTube sends a signal out that we're having a good time here talking Giants football, and we have a big old stream here on a nice Wednesday.
Let's go. Let's go. Cody Mox says, Marsh, that 5.5 prediction is horrendous. Yeah, the odds makers out west said that Giants are projected to win 5.5 games.
No, they don't know. Clearly they don't know. Let's go. We the plug in the building. Missed my dog for real, Smitty. I missed you, big dog. Missed y'all, man. Like it's been hectic. It's been busy over the last couple of months. I mean, we haven't been live on the channel since the NFL draft concluded, and I mean that's the last time I saw you guys. It's been a long time, and I'm happy to be getting back in a rhythm of chopping Giants football with y'all.
Let's do it. Scott Hernan. Yeah, buddy. It's always a great day seeing you guys. We appreciate you, man. Scott Hernan, you're an absolute legend. And Giants football's around the corner, and I can't wait to get back to watching it on Sundays with all of y'all, man. Tiger Metalstick says, Smitty, you got a haircut.
I did get a haircut. Thanks for noticing, my man. Also shaved in the stash. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I'm just experimenting a little bit, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go. Scott Hernan, we appreciate y'all. We are going to get into 2 mailbags to start today's show. We haven't done a live show in over a month since day 3 of the NFL draft, and I want to get back to the core of this channel of just answering questions and chopping it up with the subscribers. So if you want to get your comments on screen, #Giants. If you want to guarantee your spot on the mailbag, a super chat will get you in. We're trying to do 2 mailbags to start today's show, so we need some audience participation from you guys. So yeah, if you want to get featured on the show, #Giants, and we'll do that. I know we all usually just answer a bunch of super chats to start today's show. I want to save those for the mailbags. So I'm asking all the real ones like Grim, Joey DeLuca, Mike G hit the chat, what up? Rob Jigga, that guy. If you could ask a question like Tiger Metalstick saying, Giants, will we make the playoffs? I appreciate you, my man. Mike G coming in with a question as well. We're going to try to get as many as we can in the show. Shout out to y'all. Drips coming in with a question. Appreciate you. Rogan Edits coming in with a question. We appreciate you. Let's go.
Destin with a $2 super chat. What's going on, DR?
DR, love from Alabama. Roll Tide and go Big Blue. Can you get Evan Neal to play some Roll Tide football again?
I knew that was where that was
going. If we can get Evan Neal to play like he's back rolling the Tide, that'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Mike G says still hurt on the Knicks. Yeah, man, that one's gonna hurt for a while. Is this the type of thing where you want me to leave until the mailbags, or do we want to rip it right now? Like shout out our guy. Yeah, let's just save them. If they're Giants applicable, I mean, if they're one like Destin, we're just showing hype and stuff like that. We can roll with them. But if they are Giants applicable, let's save them for the mailbag. My man Drips getting a question in. Mike G, another one. Shout out to y'all. Rogan Edits as well. Cody Mox, did the Knicks play last night? No, the Knicks did not play last night. They fired their coach, actually. So, no. ETC, what up? Nick Jones, shout out to y'all. Getting your questions in. Destin getting a question in. Pete Chetta, that's a great question. You should re-ask it while including #Giants in the question. That way we could pop it up on screen.
Let's go. If you haven't yet, make sure you go down below and hit the thumbs up icon. If you want a shout out, make sure you go down below, hit the like button, and type me when you do.
Let's go.
Get some shout-outs.
That guy, when is my birthday? My birthday is October 19th. And the New York Giants play this year on my birthday against the Denver Broncos. Be cool if they win that game.
A Russie return to the
A
Mile
Russie
High.
revenge game.
A Russie revenge.
A Russie dub.
On Marsh's B-Day.
That'd be pretty cool. So that's what I'm looking for.
Shout out to Troll. Shout out to Tiger Metal Stick. Shout out to Joey DeLuca. Big Ranch in the building. Mike G, he's hitting dingers and hitting that like button. 7 likes away from 100. Let's get there right now. We got over 200 people in the building.
Over 200 people in the building. Shout out to y'all. Smack that thumbs up icon. We got to get to at least 100 likes. We're 6 likes away. Let's go. Hunter Cook getting a question in. Shout out to y'all. Grimmy B says, yo, it's Martian Smitty.
Hell
Love
yeah.
you, boy. Shout out to you, my man. Nick Jones says, let's go. Hopefully a Dart dub for your birthday. Jaxson Dart starting week 7.
Oh.
You'd have to be 1-6, I think.
Yeah.
I think as soon as you go 5 games under 500, you're going to get in some Dart action.
Some Dart territory. Dr. Pancake, shout out to you for that super chat, man. We'll include it in the first mailbag that we're going to run here on the show. If you want to be a part of it and get your question about the Giants' upcoming 2025 season up on screen and a part of one of the videos we'll be putting on the channel, hashtag Giants or send in a super chat, $sign next to the chat box to guarantee yourself a spot. I'm the question master here, so I'm picking the best ones using hashtag Giants. Then obviously anything Giants applicable via super chat is automatically in the mailbag.
4-20-0, ceiling 20-0. Trust me, per that guy. Hey, that guy, if you're making the moves and you're calling the shots, I'm all in on the Giants winning a lot of football games.
I'm a believer in that guy and his philosophies, so I'll ride with that.
Chris Blades, Marsh, we at work tuning in. Can't miss my effing dog. We appreciate you, my man. All right, let's jump into this first mailbag. Let's jump into the first mailbag. Final call to get into the first mailbag. Drop a comment, include hashtag Giants in the comment section. We'll pop that up on screen. If you send in a super chat, you're guaranteed to get in to the mailbag. We'll prioritize those first. So always want to say thank you to people that are kind enough to donate to support this channel, man. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to Smitty and everybody here at Chat Sports. This is our full-time job. This is how we put food on the table and a roof over my house, which just had a broken AC unit last night. And I had to sleep in 85-degree weather. I'll tell you what, it was horrible. It was one of the worst sleeps of my life.
Comforter, yes, no?
No.
Hell no.
I even thought about sleeping on the second floor just directly under the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
But I did that till about 2 a.m. Then I woke up in a full sweat because I was sleeping on a leather couch. So that was bad. Then I walked upstairs and I went to sleep, and then I slept for like 10 minutes.
Sweaty 3 a.m. wake up on a leather couch is his top 5 worst feelings.
Not good. Not good. But the AC has been fixed. Our landlord has discovered I have a dog. And now I might have to pay more of a deposit on the house. I told him, though, he didn't care. He just said, he said, hey, I saw y'all got a dog. I was like, yeah, it's actually my sister's dog. I'm just dog watching right now. So I'm trying to pull a fast one on him.
Okay, trying
to avoid I'm trying to avoid the deposit fee.
Yep.
The dog is okay. I felt bad for her, though. She was hot. I could tell. Because when she's hot, she will lay on the wood floor directly and try to get the coolness from the wood.
Yeah. My dogs lay on the floor all the time, the hardwood of the tile.
And I could tell because she was breathing with her mouth wide open and tongue out. And she usually doesn't do that unless she's super hot. So yeah, I'm bending the rules. I'm trying not to pay the extra fee for the dog fee. I think I'll tell him in 2 weeks though that I ended up buying the dog from my sister if he asks, if he comes by again. We'll see though. We'll see. Alrighty, hashtag Giants or super chat to get on the mailbag. And let's dive into it. Mike G, I learned from you, bro. Us MGs, we find a way to find a way. Oh, not a used car salesman. That means I'm greasy with it. Cool. Love that, love that. All right, let's do it. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for rolling in. We're just going to be answering questions from all of the real ones on today's show. Getting back to the roots of this channel. Doing a mailbag. Haven't done it in a while. And You know what? I love chopping it up with you guys. My guy Kyle coming in with a $5 super chat. Major shout out to you. Why is the league still sleeping on us? The G-men got so much better in my eyes. Kyle, I'm going to answer that question coming up in a second. But if you're like Kyle and you think the league is sleeping on us and the New York Giants are going to make the playoffs, or if you want the Giants to make the playoffs, go down right now, hit that thumbs up icon. Kyle, to answer your question quickly is, why is the league still sleeping on us? Because nobody pays attention to the New York Giants, and they think we're the same New York Giants that went 3-14 last year, and the same New York Giants that have won 9 games in the last 2 years. But I 100% agree with you, man, and obviously I drink Giants Kool-Aid. I drink blue, and I drink red Giants Kool-Aid. But, man, this team got way better. And when you think about it, of who left and who's here, let's start with this. The New York Giants lost one starter last year. One starter that anyone actually cares about, and that's Jason Pinnock on the defensive side of the ball. That's it. I guess you could say you lost your starting quarterback, but the Giants never had a player that was capable of actually being labeled a starting quarterback. So you lose Jason Pinnock, right? A player that signed a veteran minimum contract to go play with the San Francisco 49ers. What does that tell you? He really wasn't that good. And I like Jason Pinnock. He's a good replacement level player. But you went out and you signed the best safety in all of NFL free agency in Javon Holland. So the one starter you lost, you brought back in Javon Holland, who was the best in the class in free agency. You didn't lose any starting corners. You added the best corner in free agency in Paulson Adebo. Where were the Giants weak last year? On the offensive line and on the defensive line. And you went out and you made some moves to improve that. You went out and you signed Chauncey Golston, a player that I'm really excited about. You went out and you drafted Abdul Carter, arguably the best player in this draft class. So you take a defense that through the first 7 weeks of the season led the NFL in sacks with 35, the most since the Jacksonville Jaguars, who got to the AFC title game, and you add Abdul Carter, you add Chauncey Golston, and you add Darius Alexander. On the offensive side of the ball, the injuries are what derailed you. Hopefully you get 17 games out of Andrew Thomas. You brought back Greg Van Roten. You brought back Aaron Stinney. You move Evan Neal from right tackle to right guard. So you have starters now at some of your backup spots, and you go out and you draft Marcus Bowe as well, who I believe sooner rather than later is going to be making an impact on this team. And oh yeah, you replaced Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Tommy DeVito, and Tim effing Boyle. Who the hell is Tim Boyle with a future Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl champion, a 10-time Pro Bowler? Is Russ still that guy? I don't know. But he's much better than anything you've had since number 10 played for this organization. So where you lost a starter, you added the best in free agency. Your weakest spot on defense was corner. You added the best in free agency. You took a pass rush that was once the best in the NFL, and you elevated that. You added depth to the offensive line, and now you got a way better quarterback. I think the G-men are so much better as well, Kyle, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on us as well. 5.5 wins as the betting total for the Giants. You guys can answer. Type O for over, type U for under. 5.5 wins for the Giants this year. My man, Dr. Pancake, thank you for the super chat, my man. Longtime viewer, we appreciate you. Are we a wide receiver 2 away from a solid roster? I don't know if I'm going to say we're just a wide receiver 2 away. I do think the wide receiver room needs some more juice. Like, I hate doing this, and knock on wood, you're a Malik Neighbors injury away from being in playmaker hell. Like, you're a Malik Neighbors injury away from Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyatt, and Wan'Dale Robinson being your trio of wide receivers. And Neighbors hasn't practiced at OTAs. Daboll is taking it slow with him and playing it smart because of a toe injury that's bothered him since his days in the SEC. So I'm not going to freak out on that because if I do, I'm going to ruin my mood 24/7. I think there's some other holes on this team. I think you still got to improve the offensive line a little bit. I think you need some more playmakers on offense, but Last year, PFF and ESPN ranked the New York Giants roster as the 32nd best and the 31st best. If they're not anywhere from 18 to 25, I don't understand what else we're looking at. I think the Giants seriously improved, and I think they're good enough to be able to compete in any game that they play this Sunday. Grimmy B, $5 super chat. Shout out to you, my man. Theo Johnson takes a step up this year. I think he's going for 500 yards and at least a handful of TDs. Look, that's what you need, man. You need some of these day 3 picks from Joe Shane to start hitting. He was a 4th-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. He had that nice touchdown reception from Daniel Jones up the right seam. He's more than athletic enough. He's like 6'6", 260 pounds, and the Giants are kind of just relying on him to be the starter. Yeah, you got Chris Manners as a blocking tight end. Daniel Bellinger doesn't seem to be in great favor of this organization, and any time that Joe Shane or Brian Daboll talk about this team, they're going to let you know they think that Theo Johnson could be due for a breakout year, and they trusted him. Yeah, I'd like for him to be good. Giants need more offensive playmakers, and if you can get Theo Johnson to be a good one as a second-year tight end, that'd be pretty damn cool. Big Trez, $5 super chat. What up, my man? Who will have the most sacks, and in what order? Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter. Do you believe Dart, Carter, Scat keep their numbers? Like 12 for Dart. Well, Jaxson Dart's wearing number 6. Jaxson Dart is wearing number 6. Scatterbo is wearing 44, and Abdul Carter is 51. I think they all could keep those numbers. Jaxson Dart tried to buy number 2 from Deonte Banks. He said the price was too high. So, yeah, I think they'll keep those numbers. I don't have any information that they want to change those numbers. When it comes to who leads this team in sacks, I'm going to say Brian Burns. What do you have, 8 last year? I'll go Burns, Carter, Lawrence, Thibodeau. That's my early prediction at this moment. Burns, Carter, Lawrence, Thibodeau. How about those 4 combined for 40 sacks? That'd be pretty cool. Destin, what up, my man? $10 super chat. Thank you. Do the Giants have the same turnaround the Commanders have from 2023 to 2024? I'll give you a better team. How about the Denver Broncos from 2023 to 2024? Denver Broncos were horrible in 2023. They did get a rookie quarterback, and that rookie quarterback played from Jump Street, but that defense became one of the best defenses in the National Football League. And they had a offensive coach dealing with a young quarterback that helped him develop. It'll just be Russell Wilson at the start of the year. The Broncos made the playoffs last year. And yes, they lost in round 1. I don't necessarily think the Giants are going to make an NFC title run like the Washington Commanders. But can the Giants, like the Denver Broncos, go from worst in the division to potentially winning a wild card spot? I think so. And that's the type of turnaround I'm looking for. They picked 12th when they drafted Bo Nix. I know we picked 3rd, but can we go from being a bad team to a team that can compete for a wild card spot? That's what I would look at it. And the Broncos were carried by their defense. The Giants, they need to be carried by their defense. Sooner rather than later, though, we're going to be seeing darts thrown on NFL Sundays. And you get your Jaxson Dart jersey today by going to chatsports.com/dart. That's chatsports.com/dart. He's wearing number 6. Get your jersey today. That link will be clickable down in the comments and the description. JDJ, my man, what's up, Brody? Considering we have so much talent on D, how badly do we have to play defensively for the Giants to let go of Bowen in season? I hope this isn't something that even comes close to happening. Man, I think it'd really have to fall off the rails for Shane Bowen to be fired in season. The Giants don't usually fire coordinators in season. I think the last time they did it was Jason Garrett. And before that, I can't even tell you when the last time that they did it. And I could just see the Giants waiting until the end of the season if this season falls off the rails to do a complete sweep of the coaching staff. I'll just answer with this. There's no excuse for this Giants defense to be bad. There's none. There's honestly no excuse for this Giants defense to not be a top 10 unit. At every position, you have made a significant investment. Defensive tackle. Paying Dexter Lawrence $100 million, and you drafted Darius Alexander with a premium pick, number 65 overall. Off the edge, number 5 picking Kayvon Thibodeau, number 3 picking Abdul Carter, $150 million in Brian Burns. At inside linebacker, you're paying Bobby Okereke premium money. At corner, you selected Deonte Banks in round 1, and you're giving Paulson Adebo $18 million a year. You also drafted Cordell Flott in the 3rd round, and you drafted Newman safety, the slot corner from Kentucky, Andrew Phillips. Thank you in the 3rd round. At safety, you're paying Javon Holland a lot of money, and you drafted Tyler Newman in round 2. So every single position on the defense, you've used either premium draft capital or premium free agency dollars. No excuse not to be good. I think this Giants defense could be top 5, but they better be top 10, or Shane Bowen will no longer be the defensive coordinator of this team. ETC! What up, my man? Giants! Do we think the Giants address the kicker position, or do we just have to suffer every time Gano takes the field? So they have Jude McAdamy. He was on the practice squad last year. And we'll see what goes in that department. But I would like for there to be a kicker competition. I absolutely would. Graham Gano has been unreliable in making kicks and unreliable in playing football games. He's missed too many games over the last 2 years, and he's missed too many kicks. The one position you can't be unreliable at is kicker, and the Giants have that. I would like to see them address the kicker position. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe there's a kicking competition in training camp or preseason or something along those lines, but I don't know what they're going to do in that sense. Major shout out to y'all. If you haven't yet, or if I didn't get to your question today, I am more than willing to talk about it over on Twitter and more than willing to talk about it over on Instagram. Give me a follow over there at @MarshallGreen_. We appreciate you, and let's go Big Blue. Big Trez, great catch, man. That's on me. I totally forgot about Jamie Gillen wearing number 6. Maybe they move Jamie Gillen to another single-digit number. Maybe Gillen goes to 12. I'm not sure, though. It's a great catch. I would just say this, Big Trez. If Dart wanted to wear number 12, he would just be wearing it right now. You know what I'm saying? He could have just chose number 12. I don't think he wants to wear it. It's open, and number 6 is occupied. They gave him that for a reason. While I don't know what's going to happen. Great catch. Apologize for not being on top of that. But, yeah, I agree. Also, does that affect Dart? I don't know. I would assume Jamie Gillen changes numbers. I don't know. Love single digits, though. Can't wait to get a jersey. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't include this one in the mailbag because I didn't exactly know which Cam we were talking about here. Is it Cam Ward?
Cam Scattaboo?
Is it, Cam Scattaboo. Shit. What am I thinking?
No, yeah. We could throw that in the next mailbag for sure.
I said this at the beginning of the show. I've been so out of the loop with G-Men lately. I've been seeing short clips and highlights and watching a couple Dart interviews here and there, but as far as the nitty gritty of each practice, I haven't been in the loop. We got a couple others to get to here. Nick Jones. I miss you guys. Let's go, Big Blue. Shout out to you, Nick Jones. $2 super chat. You the man. Nathan with a $10 super chat coming in. Jaxson Dart JD is literally the opposite of Daniel Jones DJ. How's that for some Big Blue Kool-Aid? I'm excited, man. I hope and do not hope that he plays this year, because just the excited football fan in me wants to see the rookie quarterback, but I don't want the Giants to be in a position where they have to start him, especially before the winter, I guess I should say. What do we got here?
Nathan, my bad, Brody. $10 super chat. What up, Nate? Jaxson Dart is literally opposite of DJ. Yeah, I said it when he was drafted. I said it many and many times. If you think Jaxson Dart is the next coming of Daniel Jones, you're just wrong. And you're just looking at You're looking at the wrong things. You're looking at the wrong things. They could not be more different as people, as players, as competitors. Yeah, I never. You know why people compare Jaxson Dart to Daniel Jones? Because they're white quarterbacks, man. That's the only thing that's similar about them. That's it. That's it. They're nothing the same. One wears a gold chain. The other one is like wearing a button up when he goes out. Like it just, they're not the same in no regards. One is super aggressive with the football. The other one is addicted to throwing it 4 yards on 3rd and 8.
One looks like he surfs in Hawaii, and the other one looks like he works at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
They could not be more different, man. Alfred Morales, my man, what's up, Brody? I'm actually excited this year. It's been a while, I could say that. I'm also excited to see Giants fans actually start getting excited for our team.
It's like that. It's like the Giants fever. It feels like the team's been lacking that for the better part of 2 years now. Let's go. We are going to run a second mailbag on the show as well. If you haven't gotten your question up on screen, do not worry. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat to get your Giants applicable question up on the next mailbag segment.
Let's go. Shout out to y'all. Over 260 people in the chat. If you could, please hit that like button. Trying to get as many likes as we can on the video. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. The Big Moo, what's happening? Brock's boy in the chat, what's happening, Vinny?
Oh, Vinny.
Miles, what up? Hunter Cook, what's good? Joey DeLuca, Tiger Metal Stick, what's happening? Shout out to all of y'all. Big Trez, great catch on that. Yeah, look, I don't think they would have gave Dart 6 if it wasn't his, and I don't think they'd be selling Dart jersey with number 6 if it wasn't his.
That's true, yeah.
As well. Let's go.
Ooh, not that one.
Miles says, Mark, you're subscribing. Oh, Mark. That's not me. Marsh's number 1 fan. Is fullback still a position? Not really, man. Not really. You got the Niners.
Ravens still run one? I don't know.
Yeah, were they running with Ricard this year?
I don't even know if Ricard was still on the team this past year.
I don't know. Rob Jigga, the Abdul Carter jersey is selling better, man. Abdul Carter jerseys are selling better. Hunter Cook?
I feel like Dart jerseys are going to fly off the shelf next year.
Yeah, once Dart plays.
Huh. So, do you want to try to get into the second mailbag first, or do you want to rip some of the other segments that we got?
How are we looking on the question pool?
Let me see.
If you could, hashtag Giants in the comments section. Ask some questions. Shout out to my man Hunter Cook coming in with a great question about Elijah Vera Tucker. What are your thoughts on trading for him? Former first-round pick, going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Had some injury problems throughout his career, but when he plays, man, he is a damn good football player. I'll answer that in the comments as well. My man Paul coming in saying, hashtag Giants, do we think Hyatt has a breakout season? Let's go. Any news on trade rumors? There was a rumor out there that the New York Giants, or there were rumors out there that Kyle Pitts was on the market. Teams had called, and multiple NFL media publications have the Giants as a top trade destination. I don't feel like the Giants are going to trade for him, and I said in that video, I don't know if the Giants are sniffing around any trades right now. I don't think they are, to be honest with you.
We got at least 8 to 10 solid cues right now.
Let's just jump into it then. Let's do that.
Do you want to do the same kind of intro, or do you want to just rip it like full screen like this?
Yeah, let's go full screen just to switch it up. Yep. Dr. Pancake coming in with a question. We appreciate you. Andrew Connell in the building. What up, Beast?
AC, what's going on?
AC in the building. What up, man?
Roll Bonds.
Says, what do you think is the Giants' plan to stop mobile quarterbacks like Hurts and Daniels? Will Carter be a spy against them?
Banger question.
It's a great question, man. You might have answered your own question. Oh, man. All righty, let's dive into this next mailbag
Trying
here
to see
on
if
the channel. Shout out to y'all. If you haven't yet, click that thumbs up icon. Appreciate everybody in the building. Chris Berry, believe Cam S will be able to run like that in the NFL. I don't know if he'll be running over defenders quite like he did in that game against the University of Texas. He was a man amongst boys in college. He's a man amongst men now. We'll see. I'm a big fan of Scattaboo, but I am curious to see how that running style translates. Well, what I'm really excited about for him is his ability to catch the football out of the backfield. I had some that's a little bit. What up, boys? Got to do the homework. Love that. You're a Bonnie, man. You're a Bonnie.
That's right. We do the work.
Do the work. All right, let's get into it. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for rolling in. If you could, please click that thumbs up icon as we're going to answer questions from subscribers on today's show. The summer months of the NFL calendar are here, and I want to get back to just chopping it up with all of the real ones and the people that support this channel. Because without the people that support this channel would be nothing. My man Destin, what's up, man? Super chat. Thank you for supporting this channel. Does Jalin Hyatt have a breakout? This has been such a big talking point amongst just the Giants community on the internet. And really what I come back to it is this. If it's not now with the Giants, it's going to be never with the Giants. We did a video reacting to the report from Connor Hughes of SNY, where he essentially reported that Jalin Hyatt and the coaching staff kind of butted heads last year. And we did the report last year where Jalin Hyatt requested a trade at practice, yelling at Brian Daboll, said, if you're not going to use me, trade me. The coaching staff and Jalin Hyatt are to blame for what has happened, or I guess the lack of what has happened with his development. Hyatt needs to be stronger. Hyatt needs to run better routes. Hyatt needs to know where he needs to be on the football field. He's got to learn how to get off press coverage. He's got to get open. He just hasn't been that good. But there's no reason for him to only have 8 catches this past year. And we're seeing it early on in Giants OTAs. He's getting a chance to run with the first offense due to Malik Neighbors not practicing due to a toe injury. And, if you're Jalin Hyatt, you're entering a year that I think is make or break. One, because third year of your rookie contract is a third-round pick. When third-round picks don't hit by year 3, they don't usually ever hit. But most importantly, you have a quarterback that believes in you in Russell Wilson. How many times have we heard Russell Wilson unprompted just hype up Jalin Hyatt? He did it in his introductory press conference. He then did it a month later. He then did it at the start of OTAs. And we saw earlier this week, Russell Wilson hit Jalin Hyatt on one of those patented moon balls. Jalin Hyatt is in the NFL for his ability to get behind the defense. Russell Wilson is still a starting quarterback in this league because of his ability to throw the ball downfield. If Hyatt cannot work with Russell Wilson, I'm not sure he'll work with any quarterbacks in the National Football League. So, yeah, it's a make-or-break year, and I'm hoping for a breakout. We need him to be a breakout player. If Hyatt's good, the Giants are going to be better. So I'm definitely hoping for him to play his best football of his career. I mean, I still remember the game against Arizona in his rookie year. I remember the game where he had over 100 yards in the 2023-2024 season where Tommy DeVito was throwing the ball against the New England Patriots. He's had big-time plays before. He's had big-time moments before. Got to put it all together and make the most of your opportunities. You're a deep threat receiver. You're playing with the best deep threat quarterback in the NFL based off last year's advanced numbers. Get it done or you're going to get cut at the end of the year. It's that simple. If you want Jalin Hyatt to break out this year, hit that thumbs up icon. I don't know if he'll ever live up to the hype of the guy that torched Nick Saban's defense or the guy that won the Biletnikoff Award, but I do believe in my heart of hearts he could be a piece of an explosive offense. I've lowered the bar, and that's what I'm looking for. Hit that thumbs up icon. Chris Blades, what's up, Chris? $2 super chat. Thank you, my man. Do you think we use a split back offense like the Lions? Absolutely. Absolutely. They are going to, I don't know if it'll necessarily be a 50-50 split, but you can bet that Tracy, Scattaboo, and Devin Singletary are going to be getting reps OTAs are going down right now. Devin Singletary is running with the first-team offense. I don't want people to discount Devin Singletary. I'm not saying he's a great back, but he's someone that Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen like. They gave him a decent bag in the offseason when Saquon Barkley left. And he had a couple of good games, despite some back-breaking fumbles. And he's a veteran. I think Tyrone Tracy gets the first snap of the season. I think by the end of the season, we could be looking at Cam Scatterbo getting the first snap. But there's going to be a rep share amongst those trios of backs. And I think if I had to break it down, I think Tyrone Tracy will probably lead the team in carries, Scatterbo there, and then a good little diet of carries as well for Devin Singletary. Shout out to Motor. Yeah, I think there will be a running back by committee approach here from the Giants. Shout out to you, Chris. Mike G, best initials in the game. Shout out to you, my man. Saw the G-men might want to go after Shaq Mason, the guard from the Texans. I think, what are your thoughts on a cheap deal? You can never have enough starting caliber offensive linemen. And I love saying it. Nothing matters until the O-line is fixed. And while I think the Giants have done as much as they can this offseason to improve the offensive line, they could still get better. Greg Van Roten is a major question mark for me at right guard. I like Greg Van Roten a lot more as my backup center and my backup interior offensive lineman. That starting right guard spot is, I think, going to go to Greg Van Roten. I'm not sure they'll trade for Shaq Mason because I think they're going to give every chance in the world to Evan Neal to win that right guard spot. You're changing his position. It's year 4 on the 5-year rookie deal. And we've seen in the past in NFL history, when GMs select players in the first round, especially in the top 10, they're going to give them every opportunity to try to become the player that the team's front office thought they could be when they drafted him. Giants want to see if he could be that guy. They're going to give him a chance. And I think it'd be pretty awesome if Evan Neal could live up to that ability he once had. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't think they're going to trade for Shaq Mason. I don't hate the idea of it, but you got Greg Van Roten. You got Marcus Bowe, who has tackle guard flex. You have Aaron Stinney and Evan Neal, Stinney, Van Roten. You still have Azudu as well. You're kind of deep on the interior offensive line. I'm not so sure they're going to go out and do that at this point. Percy, the kid, 83. How many quarterbacks make a start for the Giants this season? That's a great question, man. What did Joe Schoen say at the NFL Combine? We've had 7 quarterbacks play in the last 2 years or something like that. I don't know. I've kind of set the line as 2.5 when it comes to the starts for Jaxson Dart this year. And sound off for me. 2.5 starts for Jaxson Dart, type O for over, type U for under. Russell Wilson's going to start games. Ideally, it's just Russ. Because that means he's going to win a lot of football games. I'm going to say 3 guys start this year. I think somehow, some way, Jameis Winston is going to sneak himself a start. But I really want to say 2, and just Dart and Russell Wilson. I don't know. We're predicting injuries at this point, and that's almost impossible. I'll set the bar at 2.5. You type O for over, U for under in that one as well. Percy, great question, my man. Andrew Connell, what up, beast? What do you think is the Giants' plan to stop mobile quarterbacks like Hurts and Daniels? Will Carter be a spy against them? I really do think so. We saw at the first available OTAs that the New York Giants had where the media was there. That was OTA day number 2. They had Burns, they had Thibodeau on the edge, and they had Abdul Carter kind of playing that spy position as well. And like when you go back and you watch Abdul Carter tape, there is plenty of times where he's lined up in the A-gap for Penn State and he's just kind of not even rushing. He's just sitting there in a spy role. I do think that we'll see a guy like Abdul Carter be held in the spy, maybe even a guy like Bobby Okereke in that role, maybe a little Micah McFadden. Maybe you bring Dane Belton in there as that third safety who's looked good so far. Maybe the edges of Carter and Thibodeau just play more contained in those spots. Running quarterbacks got the best of the New York Giants last year. Definitely an area they got to improve, and good question, Brody. Good to see you in here. M.80, what's up? Will the Giants restructure Andrew Thomas's contract? They're going to need to restructure another contract at some point. They already partially restructured the Brian Burns deal. There's still, the thing about restructuring is it doesn't have to be all or nothing. We saw last year they did it partially with Dexter Lawrence. They may partially do a couple more. They got about $3 million in cap space right now. You want to be a little bit over $10 million going into week one. So I could definitely see another move coming. I would bet, though, it's Dexter Lawrence over Andrew Thomas. Thomas is a great player, maybe the most important player on this Giants team, but he's got snake bitten by the injury bug too often for any of us. And I think that the Giants maybe don't want to push more money into the future for him when they don't know how he's going to come back from a major foot surgery. TD Gaming, you're an absolute legend, brother. Everyone give me a TD in the chat, and make sure you get hooked up with your Jaxson Dart jerseys as well. Go to chatsports.com/dart, chatsports.com/dart. Get your Jaxson Dart jersey today. That way, when he gets his first start with the Giants, you're going to be able to wear it, and you're going to be looking good, and he's going to be playing good. Destin, what up, man? You're killing the game today, Brody. Thoughts on the relationship between Cam and Jaxson Dart? They remind me of the movie Step Brothers. They have been inseparable since they have been drafted by this team. We saw the picture on, what's today, Thursday? The picture on Wednesday, the New York Giants posted. Dart's got his arm around Scatterboo. They look like big bro and little bro. They're the best friends ever. Bunk beds for more activities. They're boys, no doubt about it. They're two dudes that love football and are a little bit screw loose in the head. I like it. I like it. Those guys are football players, man. And I could tell you they like being around each other, and they're going to be friends and hopefully really good teammates for a long time. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at @MarshallGreen_. If you haven't given me a follow, please do so, or we could talk more Giants football over there. This guy doesn't stop, man. He is unbelievable. We got a 3-point goal. That guy, bang, 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 bang. A $400 super chat from that guy, a.k.a. TD Gaming. Bang!
Are you serious?
Can you believe it?
Can't believe it. TD Gaming, PTP, primetime player.
He's unbelievable,
Whoa!
man. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
TD Gaming, this show would not be possible without you, without support from others. There are no words, one, because my dictionary and my thesaurus is not that deep, that could paint the picture of how thankful we are for all the super thanks, all the super chats on this channel, on Nick's $500 super chat at the end of the Knicks season as well over there. Like, you're an absolute legend, Brody. And
Unreal.
I might have to get a Giants jersey that says TD Gaming on it and wear it on Sundays this year. You're a legend. You're a GOAT. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I don't really have the words for it. I don't. I really don't. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Show him some love. Give me some TDs in the
Already
chat.
give me a TD in the chat right
When he
now.
comments on the videos, it says TD Gaming, but in the live chat, it says that guy. So I don't know what the deal we got going on here.
Yeah, that is true. He has two pseudonyms, and what is the preference? I feel like we have to ask that guy.
Yeah, no, I want to know. Do you want to be that guy, or do you want to be TD Gaming?
TG, TD. What are we doing here? That guy, let us know. What is your preferred moniker? Lord Buddy Bear said, I said I'd pop in and say what's up if you were still going. I got off work. What up? What up, LBB? How we doing, brother? Yeah, chat shows your name, comment shows your handle. So I think he is that guy. I don't know.
Oh, I just got a message from CP.
Oh, yeah?
Says, I think Hart is having some stomach issues. Had some bad diarrhea, and now she keeps trying to poop, but Can't just a heads up. Then says, seems fine now. Also Fetter. Thanks, man. You're only giving me a heart attack.
Unreal, dude.
You're only giving me a heart attack.
That's ridiculous.
She has been I'd say over the last 3 weeks, she's probably thrown up like 5 times. I don't know.
This is so bad to say, but like, my family is like not a vet family. That shit is just so expensive,
dude.
Like it's unreal. It's like more than human doctors, and like so my dog like they'll go through their phases and they'll throw up for a stretch and then they'll be fine and then happen next year it'll be all right.
I like that guy because that's legendary. I like that guy because
I kind of am.
I kind of am that guy.
I mean, we can extend the kinda there, brother. You are that guy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. She's been on the same food her whole life. I did give her like a bone yesterday. Maybe that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Also, she had to sleep in 85-degree weather yesterday, so I'm sure that didn't help her.
No, probably not helping the black furred dog.
Change the diet. Yeah, I just feed my dog boiled chicken and rice, and he is fine. So I don't know that boiled chicken and rice, huh?
I've never heard that bag of tricks.
That guy he's that guy.
He is that guy, so I have to take his word for it.
I do want to get her I just have the Purina Pro puppy or whatever. I want to get her on some legit fresh dog food.
Yeah.
Instead of just kibble.
Oh, what's the there's a company that does they have YouTube ads all the time.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, they're good. They're good stuff.
Could be the bone, John. It might have been the bone, man. I feel bad.
The farmer's dog.
The farmer's dog.
The
I'll have to check into that. I've seen the blue one. I've got treats. What's that one? Blue Mountain or blue something?
Blue something.
Sorry to fill you in on my dog's pooping habits, but
yeah.
You guys are real ones, so I appreciate you.
That
guy, you are that guy. We love you, bro. Thank you. Big Trez. My man. Reporter, how many toddlers do you think you could run over? Scatterboo, at least a couple hundred. Can't wait to watch this, man. Will he be the power receiving duo to Tracy the Giants need long term? He is a better receiver than Tyrone Tracy.
Which is crazy because one was a receiver.
Yeah. He actually is No, I'm not giving my dog Blue Chew, Marsha's #1 fan. It's a lady dog as well. But yeah, I think that we're going to see Cam Scatterboo a lot on third downs this year. I do. I think he's a better pass protector, and I think he's a better pass catcher as well. So, Tyrone Tracy, I like him. If you're an elusive back that doesn't really I don't know. There were some big moments for Tyrone Tracy last year.
He's a home run hitter.
He hit some home runs, but he's not this elite speed guy.
He's not Jahmyr Gibbs speed, no.
No, and he's not a pass catcher.
He's not a pass protector either.
No. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I want to see what he does in year 2. Hopefully the offensive line stays more healthy. Look, he was awesome against the Steelers. He was awesome that game. He's had some awesome moments. I want to see him be a little bit better. Tracy is faster than Cam Scatterboo, that's for sure. So I don't know if I said he wasn't, but he is. Absolutely is, Eugene.
Oh.
Whew.
Shout out to all the real ones who've been showing love on the channel today. The Scriv!
My man, the Scriv. That's my guy. Hell of a channel and hopefully an amazing team. The Scriv, if the team was as good as the people that watch this channel, we'd be Super Bowl champs. We'd be Super Bowl champs. Shout out to you, the Scriv. Always showing love. Always, always, always. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Is that it?
That's it for now.
All right. Let's jump into some segments. We've got 2 segments. We're going to do I could just call it X Factors, but I just feel like it doesn't have enough juice for what I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Do you want me to change the titles of the bios?
No, that's fine. I was more so just thinking like for the title of the video. Um, but yeah, what I was thinking of,
5 players that could swing the Giants season.
yeah, 5 players that could swing the Giants season. Like, not necessarily the most important Giants, but like kind of the most important to the success if they play well. So, let's just Farmer's Dog freeze-dried food. Great and easy to digest. I'll have to look into that, Ricky. Poor heart. Poor heart had bad poops today. I feel bad for her. All righty, let's dive into it. 5 players that could swing the season for the New York Football Giants. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate you being here. I wanted to come up with a video that was a little bit different than X Factors, a little bit different than Most Important. I guess what I'm trying to say is if these 5 players play up to expectations or surpass expectations, this Giants team is going to be a lot better than the odds makers think as they have their win total set at 5.5. Are you ready for the Giants season? We are less than 100 days away from kickoff week 1 against the Washington Commanders. If you're ready, hit that thumbs up icon. Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Let's dive into it. And I think that this is the easiest one. And he might just be the most important player on this football team. And that's your starting left tackle, former All-Pro left tackle, Andrew Thomas. If Andrew Thomas plays 17 games this year, I can guarantee they're going to win more than 5 games. I can guarantee you that. He has to stay healthy. Played 6 games last year. He was clearly hobbled in some of those games as well, most notably the last one against Cincinnati Bengals when Trey Hendrickson got the better of him and gave up 2 sacks in that game. We have seen too many times when Andrew Thomas goes down, the Giants' season falls off the rails. If he cannot stay healthy, the Giants are going to be in trouble. Like, he's missed too much time too often. There's no faking the funk. 2022, best season of his career. And the Giants had the best season in his career. Like, that's why. Look at the numbers between when Daniel Jones played with Andrew Thomas and when he did not. When you're a quarterback and you know your left tackle has your blind side protected, you're able to take another second. You're able to think more clearly. You're able to process, and you're not thinking about when is that defensive end going to come crack my skull. The Giants went out and they made moves to find themselves in a better situation if Andrew Thomas gets hurt. They went out and they signed James Hudson III, the swing tackle from the Cleveland Browns last year. They went out and they signed Stone Forsythe, the swing tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. They went out and drafted Marcus Bowe in round 5. And you have Evan Neal. Jermaine Illuminor can also bounce over to left tackle if needed. But nobody's 78. Nobody can fill the shoes that Andrew Thomas does. And if he stays healthy, the Giants are going to benefit drastically. If he gets hurt, you're going to be needing to look for a new left tackle. Because smart, he is smart. Tough, he's tough. But you got to be dependable. And if you get hurt 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row, 4 out of 5 years, Giants have no choice but to go look to find your replacement. Andrew Thomas stays healthy, we're going to be in a damn good spot. The next one's Russell Wilson, like left tackle quarterback. That's what wins in this league. Head coach, GM, quarterback, left tackle. That's what the league is. That's what the league is. And the Giants went from the worst quarterback room I had ever seen with Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Tommy DeVito, and who the hell is Tim Boyle, if you know, you know, to Russell Wilson, Jaxson Dart, and Jameis Winston. How much gas is left in the tank for Russell Wilson? Can we get the Russell Wilson that went 5-1 in his first 6 starts for the Steelers, where the Pittsburgh Steelers averaged 28.5 points per game, and Russ was slinging it for 270-plus yards a night, 10 touchdowns, just 5 turnover-worthy plays, and an EPA of 28.7? Or are we going to get the Russell Wilson that went 1-5 down the stretch? Why did he struggle down the stretch? The offensive line fell apart. The receivers got hurt. And the meat of the Steelers' schedule was week 14 to week 18, and they got smoked in the playoffs. If you just take what Russell Wilson did last year in the 10 or so games he played, and you scale that out over a 17-game season, 3,800 yards, 225 yards per game, 24 touchdowns, 7 receptions. If the Giants get that out of Russell Wilson, they could push for 6, 7, 8 wins, in my opinion. And I think he could be even better than that. Malik Neighbors is better than George Pickens. Andrew Thomas is better than any offensive lineman the Pittsburgh Steelers had. The duo of running backs the Giants had might be able to go toe-to-toe with the running back duo that Pittsburgh had. You could argue that there's a better offense around Russell Wilson this year than it was in Pittsburgh. I'm also going to take Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka over the play callers that Pittsburgh had. Arthur Smith, the former play caller, and wasn't he the head coach for the Tennessee Titans as well? Atlanta? No, he was with Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, right? Yeah, Arthur Smith. Ryan Tannehill. You need Russell Wilson to be good. I don't need him to be great. I just need him to be good. And I think there's an environment here that could get the best out of what is left out of him. The next player I'm looking at that if he plays who he is supposed to be, this defense could be top 10. That's Deonte Banks, man. That's a first-round corner. That's a guy that you traded up for in round 1. You need him to play like a serviceable corner. At times in year 1, he looked serviceable. Times in year 2, he looked unplayable. And it's more than just talent for me with him. The effort he showcased at times infuriated me. He didn't chase CeeDee Lamb that one time. He didn't chase the quarterback running out of bounds later on in the season. He's got to be better. He hasn't been great in the NFL. The PFF coverage grade suggests that. 48.6 his rookie year, 50.3 his second year. Yeah, he allowed a receiving catch percentage of 57.6 his rookie year. That ballooned up to 67 his second year. He allowed 644 yards in year 1, 689 yards in year 2. The NFL passer rating allowed in 2024 was 124.7. That goes up to 158.3 perfectly. He needs to be better. He has to be better. And I am hoping, I am praying, and I am convincing myself that him going from wide receiver 1, that has to travel to guard CeeDee Lamb, that has to travel to cover A.J. Brown, that has to travel and cover Terry McLaurin, moving to CB2 with Paulson Adebo now assuming those responsibilities, he'll have a little bit more success. Maybe I'm telling myself that so I could sleep better at night. But if Deonte Banks can play even close to the player we thought we were getting in year 1, the guy that had a monster game on Monday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers, if Banks can play like a serviceable CB2 with Adebo, Banks, Holland, Nubin, and every beast you have on the defensive line, this could legitimately be a top 5 defense. And if you have a top 5 defense, you're going to win football games in the NFL. How many games are they going to win before Jaxson Dart is your quarterback? That's another question. You can get his jersey today going to chatsports.com/dart. chatsports.com/dart. Get your jersey today. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. I'm going to stay on the defensive side of the ball, and I'm going to go to Bobby Okereke. Will the real Bobby Okereke please stand up? Will the real Bobby Okereke please stand up? Are we going to get the 2023 Okereke, or are we going to get the 2024 Okereke? He's still just 28 years old. There is plenty enough tread left on those tires. He has to find a way to be an impact player in the Shane Bowen defense. Sure, he may have fit what Wink Martindale did a little bit more. But, man, you were so much better in 2023 than you were in 2024. The effort that he showed in 2024, I thought was laughable at times. 104, just give me the guy you were in 2023. 150 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 2 INTs, 10 pass breakups, 4 forced fumbles, 82.5 coverage grade. If Bobby Okereke can play at that level, you are loaded on defense. Absolutely loaded. Without a doubt, would have the best front 7 in all of the National Football League. He is a swing player for me. If he doesn't play well, his Giants defense isn't going to live up to what we expect. If he plays like he's supposed to play, the guy that got 4 years and $50 million or whatever it was, you're going to be really happy with this defense. I need the 2023 Bobby Okereke back in the building. There's been some talk that he's fallen out of favor with the coaching staff in the front office. I'll tell you this much. If Okereke plays like he did in 2024 and 2025, he'll be cut at the end of the year. How bad do you want to be a Giant? And how bad do you want to earn the rest of that contract? We're counting on you, man. We got your buddy Paulson Daboll here now, former college teammate. We need you to show up, and we need you to show out. The last swing player, X Factor, Evan Neal. I could put so many players on this list, and I could probably put 5 more players on this list. What happens if Evan Neal becomes your starting right guard, and he's Mekhi Becton? What if he has the Mekhi Becton season this year that he had last year from the Eagles? Similar pass, right tackles, didn't live up to the hype. Becton more so because he's just lazy and fat. Evan Neal more so fundamentals. You bounce into right guard and you're just a road paver. You're a guy that moves people. You're an impact run blocker, and you're able to hold it down in the passing game as well. I like Greg Van Roten as a veteran, as a locker room guy. I love him as a backup center and a right guard. I don't know if I love him as my starting guard. I almost want to just give Evan Neal a shot because why not? Why not? Like, it's a lot easier to ruin the season at right tackle than right guard. And I know, like, the easy thing to say is, oh, you're bad at tackle, we'll just switch to guard and you're going to be good. No, it's not always how it works out. And if that is how it worked out, there'd be a lot more great guards in this league. And there's not a lot of great guards in this league. But if Evan Neal can become a long-term starter for this team at right guard, that is going to pay huge dividends, not only this year, but next year. So those are my 5 guys that I think can impact the season the most if they go ahead and play above what they are expected to do. If you have a player that you think is a swing player, give me a name of that player down in the comment section. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there, and let's go Big Blue. Maybe, like, I should have just said that the Giants need these first-round picks to play like first-round picks. Deonte Banks and Evan Neal.
I was going to say, premium draft selections. Yep, they're probably going to determine whether or not you're a good football team.
It's how it works out, man. People you spend your premium capital on, they're not good, not going to be good.
Giants spent a lot of money in free agency. If those players aren't good, the Giants won't be good. If the players the Giants drafted very highly aren't good, the Giants won't be good.
That guy says Bobby O is a dog, and Madden he is. I loaded up Madden yesterday and got some creator I saw made new rosters.
Oh. Were you just like looking at ratings?
Yeah, I was looking at ratings and I was going to play, and then I bought MLB The Show, and I'm like, I want to make a Shohei Ohtani my player.
Oh.
Yeah, 89 speed for Okereke.
Oh.
The Giants were a fun Madden team last year because you could roll with Okereke and Isaiah Simmons, and you had 2 just awesome users on that defense. Tiger Metal Stick says, Smitty, where's the alcohol? Hey, man. Where's chopping it up today? Where's chopping it up? We're always down to party, but I got a wedding this weekend, and I'm going to be.
You're prepared for that.
Yeah. I'm drinking my water. I'm trying to stay hydrated.
Yep. Got one more segment on today's program.
Tiger Metal Stack. What did I say? Did I not say stack?
You've been saying stick the whole time.
Stick, Tiger Metal Stick, Tiger Metal Stack, Tiger Metal Jack, Thunder and 4. Double up the cup. Throw up the double bicep pose. What?
That was insane.
Tiger Metal Stack. My bad, Beast.
Are you so you're a full-fledged Thunder fan right now?
I'm not rooting for anyone.
Okay.
I can
respect that.
I don't root for teams that I don't root against teams that beat my team. That's simp energy.
Yep. That is simp energy. That's good. That's a good way to do it. I didn't do that at all.
You didn't do that at all. Nick Jones says boot chug. Hey, if someone matches TD Gaming's $400 super chat, we'll do a 2-way boot race. How about that?
Oh, baby.
Ward Buddy Bear says, I bet I know whose wedding, real ones. Yeah, Chuck and Jimmy's wedding. And Jimmy's wedding.
There's going to be some boots at that wedding.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Dave Portnoy energy, simp energy. All right, last segment on today's show. Let's dive into it, man. Let's dive into it. We are past June 1st, which means you can cut and do some roster moves to create some cap space. And one thing I've been thinking about for a while is, are there any players on this roster that Joe Schoen could look to extend their contract prior to them reaching free agency? We're going to break that down on today's show as you're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports, and I am Marshall Green. The player that sticks out like a sore thumb when I look at this roster is someone that I think the Giants should try to go out and extend is their starting right tackle, Jermaine Illuminor. The thing is, I don't think Jermaine Illuminor would accept a contract extension at this point. I think Illuminor wants to test his value in free agency in 2026, which is partially why I want to pay him before the free agency market opens up. You go back and you remember what was said in Hard Knocks when the Giants organization embarrassed themselves. I remember the exact clip, exactly what it looked like. Illuminor wants a 2-year deal. Illuminor wants a 2-year deal, so in 2 years he can retest the market. Because he's going to be 31, and he's going to be a right tackle. And he did a damn good job last year. Remember, the Giants signed him in the first OTAs. He was their starting left guard. And then Evan Neal had a setback, but didn't have a setback, and had a setback, and they told me they didn't have a setback, and I told you he did have a setback. Then he stopped practicing. Remember that? Yeah, and then they moved Illuminor from left guard to right tackle. And then Illuminor played great at right tackle. And then Andrew Thomas got hurt and they moved him to left tackle. It's one thing to be good. It's another thing to have positional versatility and be good. And Illuminor is that. Is he an all-pro level player? No. Is he a Pro Bowl level player? Pro Bowl level player? No. But he is a well above average offensive lineman. And I'm a big fan of his. He's embraced the Giants culture. He has embraced this fan base. He's a friend of a former show here at the channel, so I always got love for him for that as well. I would try to extend him. I don't think they will because I don't think Jermaine Illuminor will put pen to paper until he's a free agent, and he could open up the bidding market to 32 teams except to just one with the Giants. Another player that's going to be a free agent at the end of the year is Wan'Dale Robinson, former second-round pick slot receiver. I'm not saying, by the way, I would extend all of these players. I'm bringing up players that qualify as extension candidates, and Wan'Dale Robinson is one of them. I'm not the biggest Robinson fan, to be honest with you. I thought it was a reach of a pick when they made the selection, and I feel as if he has not lived up to the hype being a second-round pick. Like, let's just keep it a buck. A 5'8" wide receiver that only plays in the slot is extremely limited. He's had some moments in this league. Rookie year before the ACL surgery, I thought he was coming along. 23 catches for 227 yards, and he was solid. Wan'Dale Robinson, his second year, 60 catches, 525 yards, 1 touchdown. And this year, he had 93 grabs for 699 yards and 3 touchdowns. Small catch radius, small player. I think he has a limited route tree. Doesn't necessarily bring a downfield threat despite being a downfield threat wide receiver at Kentucky. I like Wan'Dale Robinson a lot more as my second slot receiver than a starting slot receiver. And we just saw Khalil Shakir, that's his name, right, for the Buffalo Bills. How much did he just get paid? $15 million a year. Wan'Dale Robinson ain't worth no $15 million per year. Shakir, a little bit better of a player, but same prototype and same profile and skill set. I wouldn't be shocked if the New York Giants try to give him an extension. I go back, I don't remember if it was the pre-draft presser or the post-draft presser for Joe Schoen. He said, we have 3 really good receivers. Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton, and Wan'Dale Robinson. The Giants organization love Wan'Dale, and they think with a new quarterback, he can go to new heights. And if you believe that, you might as well extend him before the new heights get reached so the new price doesn't get set to a new height. I wouldn't do it. I'd be looking for bigger and better, but I unfortunately don't get to run this football team. Micah McFadden is somebody that I would extend. He has deserved a contract extension. After being a day 3 pick out of college, this is someone that is a damn good football player. He has exceeded my expectations. He shows up. He works hard. He's smart. He's tough. He's dependable. And he is going on trying to have 3 straight seasons of 100 tackles in a row. Like, if you would have told me the 5th-round pick, Micah McFadden, was going to be actually one of your more serviceable players, I would have been like, yo, that is dope. 101 tackles in 2023. 12 tackles for loss. And this year, 107 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Like, this is someone that the Giants actually hit on. Joe Schoen hasn't hit on a lot of day 3 picks, and he did on this one. Very excited about where he's going. And if the Giants could extend him, I would absolutely do it. Good player, good locker room guy, and someone that I'm personally a fan of. I got one more player I want to talk about that I think maybe he should deserve it, but we'll talk about that. Get your Jaxson Dart jersey today. Chatsports.com/Dart. Chatsports.com/Dart. Get your jersey today. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of this video. Cordell Flott is another player that I'm looking at. Like Flott and McFadden and Robinson, all members of that 2022 draft class. 3rd-round pick, corner out of LSU. Still just 23 years old. Young player, was drafted at like 20 years old. While I don't think that he has lived up type being a 3rd-round pick, he's a damn good 4th corner to have. He is. And what I like about Cordell Flott is the positional versatility. He's played outside corner. He's played slot corner. Well, he hasn't been the best corner in the NFL or not even close to the best corner on the New York Giants. He's made some plays. He's filled in. He's produced when his number has been called. And does a 3-year, $8 million deal for Cordell Flott to be your backup to your outside corners and your immediate backup to your slot? I think that can make some sense. I also think the Giants don't probably want to let he'll be 24 this time next year, a 24-year-old 3rd-round pick walk out of the door for nothing. I would keep your eyes on that. I'm not necessarily sure it'll happen, but I would find it hard to believe that the New York Giants aren't at least talking about the idea of any of these players being extension candidates, as is Kayvon Thibodeaux and Evan Neal. Evan Neal's not going to be extended. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. They did pick up the 5th-year option for Kayvon Thibodeaux, and he's another name to monitor. I don't think an extension will happen because both parties don't want that to happen. The Giants want to see who Kayvon Thibodeaux could be in this defense. Kayvon Thibodeaux wants to have a season that's going to make him very rich this time next year. So, yeah, I don't think that'll happen, but a name to keep an eye on, at least. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I post short-form content here. I interact with all the big blue diehards over here. And I got to grow my social media game. So if you could, please give me a follow over there. And let's go Giants.
Dope.
My mom just sent me a picture of her dog.
Oh, yeah?
Losing some teeth already.
Mm.
I did look at Hart's mouth yesterday, and it looked like there was a big tooth growing in right behind the baby tooth. So I'm sure that's going to fall out soon.
For sure. Exciting times.
Exciting times. All right. We are going to sign off on today's show. Major shout out to everybody that tuned in.
That guy.
That guy, you have officially earned the name That Guy. Yeah, Nick Jones was actually a sister of my dog. So they're both from the same litter. They're sisters. So it's actually been pretty cool getting to see them both grow up and being able to talk about that. But, yeah, that guy, seriously, unreal. Thank you. We appreciate you. Your hats should be showing up soon. And I'm going to be needing to send another package your way. My man, appreciate you. Thank you to everybody. We'll be live on the channel next week on Tuesday. Write it in pencil, not pen, Tuesday. And let's go Giants. Hit that thumbs up icon on the way out if you could.